come in from California to deal with this.
Yeah, yeah. And, well, whether it's a big deal or not, we don't know. You know, it may be tragically that the man just died, Alex. It could be as simple as that, too.
Well, as bad as it is, let's hope for the lesser of two evils.
And as it progresses, I'll keep in touch and let you know.
Well, thank you, sir. Now, let's shift gears into, speaking of Navy SEALs, when we first had you on last time, the whole Navy SEAL thing had just happened, and you did say it was suspicious to you. I have talked to the father of a Navy SEAL known by my family for about 18 years. And I mean, I don't want to get too much into it and give it away, but I've seen the photos. I've had family that's met the Navy SEAL. He was friends with one of the people that was, in fact, let's just skip this network break coming up. He was friends. Well, actually, I was told not to give too much away. The point is that the SEALs do believe, and I have this from another source as well, from the wife of a SEAL, but this is directly known by me, that they were put on that helicopter that blew up, that killed the 20-something SEALs, and that it was a National Guard helicopter, that they thought something was weird, that they never put that many on the same helicopter, and that they believe that a bomb was put on board. And then their only question is, did Al-Qaeda do it or was it the government? But they think there's foul play, and that some of the SEALs on there were not just in SEAL Team 6, they were all SEAL Team 6, but that they had been on the bin Laden raid.
Well, first of all, Alex, let me correct you on something. All the bin Laden raid SEAls were from SEAL Team 6.
No, I know. I'm talking about the helicopter that later...
Right. But all the SEALs that were on the bin Laden raid were from SEAL Team 6, and as I understand it, all the SEALs that were on this helicopter likewise were from SEAL Team 6.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
But there were more. There were like 22 of them.
Yes.
And the question is, and I know where you're going with this because I've thought about it also. The question is, were the same SEALs that were on the bin Laden raid on this helicopter? And that, unfortunately, I don't know if we'll ever know because no one's even going to know who the bin Laden SEALs were.
Okay, I do know. This is what I'm telling you, and this is dangerous information. Okay? And again, this is directly...
Well, you're ahead of me because I don't know. You know, all I know is it's a speculation that I took was, oh boy, the 22 SEALs that went down in this helo, were they the bin Laden SEALs, and would they have done that to shut them up?
Well, let's look at this from this perspective, Governor, and then I'm going to tell you what I was told, and I want to get your expert opinion on this. And again, when I got you on as a guest, I hadn't even thought to bring this up, so it just popped in my head now, so I'm going back to the data, so it'll take me just a second to be exact here. What I was told through a wife of a SEAL, who was not in SEAL Team 6 but is currently serving, was that the SEALs got on the helicopter at the bin Laden raid, this is what witnesses all saw, and that it blew up and had some type of bomb on it. They didn't blow it up. And that they were killed, and that Pakistani military came and got the bodies and got the helicopter. That has since come out on Pakistani TV. And that was that big diplomatic row and fight with their governments. But that was just from this wife of a Navy SEAL. And I confirmed she was who she said she was, but Let
me interject something, though, Alex. SEAL Team 6 is so secretive, wives don't even know about it.
Well, I was going to go further, though. That's what I'm telling you.
Let me explain. I have a friend who was on SEAL Team 6, and his wife had no idea that he was.
Well,
that's how secretive Team 6 is.
No, I understand.
Wives don't even know if their husbands are on that team. So I would be a bit skeptical of your information, on that basis alone.
Well, listen, that's why I was saying I didn't go with that info because I couldn't confirm that. In this other case, this is a current SEAL who has a friend who is in SEAL Team 6. He was not in the helicopter, the second helicopter that went down. But that what he said is the SEALs are angry and think that either Al-Qaeda or somebody else set them up, put them on the National Guard helicopter, and then it was some type of assassination. So that's the info I have, and that is directly from the father of the Navy SEAL.
Okay, I can't comment on that really because I know nothing about that, but I don't know. I guess all I can say is, Alex, in light of the stuff I do and the information I've gathered doing my TV show and the other things I've looked at, nothing is beyond. I don't put anything past anyone anymore. So I'm not going to say this could be true or couldn't be true, but I certainly wouldn't say that it's not so. I can't say that it very well could be. Who knows?
Let me ask you.
That's where I'm at now, Alex. I don't trust my government at all. I mean, I just happened the other morning to watch the movie on Pat Tillman again. And every time I watch that movie, and I recommend people, it's on Showtime now, I think, or whatever, called The Pat Tillman Story. I urge people to watch this and watch and see how despicable our government was in the death of Pat Tillman. And the worst part about it is the very end, when all these generals and big shots are brought in front of Congress, and they say, I can't recall, over 90 times. Over 90 times in their testimony. These guys obviously are suffering from bad cases of Alzheimer's. And I say that sarcastically, naturally. But at 90 sometimes, I watch the Pat Tillman show, and I just fume with anger, the Pat Tillman story. So I do not trust my government at all today. I don't trust a word that comes out of them. They're a major pack of liars. I don't think I can be any more blunt than that.
Oh, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, take Private Lynch. 5 of her team suddenly got killed when they came out and said that she wasn't the hero, they said. It was a PR stunt to get women in frontline combat. And they did the fake raid that Jerry Bruckheimer directed via satellite on the hospital, where they said, hey, come get her. And the Iraqis had pulled out 2 days before, the Iraqi military. You have Pat Tillman basically being assassinated, the cover-up of that you were just alluding to. But specifically, Governor Jesse Ventura, underwater demolition team, Navy SEAL, a whole 9 yards. When you heard that members of SEAL Team 6, part of the same unit, went down, the biggest one-day loss of life in the 10-year history of the Afghan war, and it just so happens to be the Navy SEALs, and as God is my witness, talking to the father of a Navy SEAL that my family's known for a long time, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
It says, yes, my son is good friends with somebody in 6, and he told him that the whole team thinks that either Al-Qaeda put a bomb on it, but then they think it might be the government, because it was real weird how they were all put on this junky helicopter. They, never use these National Guard helicopters, and they usually split them up, and they thought the whole thing was suspicious, and
Remember this, Alex. That's the first thing you look for in conspiracy and government. I'll just state this, and I have no knowledge. What you're telling me, I can't add to it. I can't say you're right or wrong. But I will say this. In all of my dealings in doing conspiracy theory and writing my book and doing everything I've been doing in the last over decade now, the thing you always look for with government is when there's a violation of standard operating procedures. When government violates a procedure that they normally will or won't do, whatever it might be, and believe me, it's that way in the military, it's that way in regular government. Everything government does is done under standard operating procedures. When those are violated, that's your first sign that something isn't kosher. That's your first sign that you may have a cover-up, that you may have a conspiracy, if you want to call it that, whatever name you want to give to it. But the first thing you look for is a violation of standard operating procedures. So if your SEAL is giving you the information that they were put on a helicopter that they don't normally fly, and if this, that, and whatever, and if things didn't seem normal and very out of sorts for what they were being asked to do, because let me put it to you this way: the SEALs today have unlimited money.
No. Listen, that's exactly what the father said.
Alex, we used to have to beg, borrow, and steal back in the Vietnam days because we weren't the #1 unit then as far as guerrilla warfare, not in the guerrilla warfare community, but the focus of the general military back then was on conventional military. Today that focus has changed because conventional military today is obsolete. Today it's on small unit tactics and guerrilla warfare, which is the SEALs are the best. Also add in the Delta Force, who is very good, the Green Berets. The list goes on and on of the small unit guys and what they do. But so it seems strange to me that unlimited money and resources at their disposal, that they would all of a sudden put them on a helicopter that isn't one of theirs? They all are working together with their helo pilots, their boat drivers. That all took place after the fiasco in the desert of the Iran hostage raid. You remember that one?
Sure, the Delta Force.
Everything got all screwed up. Well, that changed everything at that point. And it changed it to the better, to where they put the helo pilots, the boat drivers, are all under the same command, and they work with the teams every day.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's exactly what the father was saying. I was just crystallizing it. But they said standard operating procedure wasn't followed. They used equipment they never used. They used a junky National Guard helicopter. The mission was weird. They asked him, why are we going out to this site? Then they said it was SEAL Team 6 that was involved in the bin Laden raid in Reuters. Then they said it wasn't. Then they said they were going to after Taliban in a rescue mission. Then it wasn't. That was the whole point, was the whole thing was a lie. And that, quote, and again, they couldn't believe their own government did it, so they said it's as if Al-Qaeda was like, had a mole or something and had put a bomb on there.
Well, I think that's giving Al-Qaeda a lot more credit than they deserve.
Sure, but the SEALs are then having to wonder, then, I mean, what happened?
You know, again, Alex, I can only state that I don't trust my government officials at all today. Not one bit.
Let me ask you this. What did you think the minute you heard that helicopter blew up?
Well, naturally, it gutted me because it's my teammates. It's my people. You know, it doesn't matter if you're an underwater demolition guy from World War II or the most elite guy on SEAL Team 6 today. We are all one fraternity. We are an elite fraternity of very special men who go through the most difficult training in the world in hopes of being the best sailor we can be and defend our country. And so what happens to me when I hear that, I cry. Because when they die, a little bit of me dies. That's how tight we are. And it doesn't matter through generations. I'm class 58, and today they're up to class, I don't know, 290, 2 something or other way up there. I don't even know. But it doesn't matter. We are all brothers. And so when SEALs die, I cry. It hurts.
All right, Governor. Powerful information. Stay there. I want to get into 2012 election and more straight ahead.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Hello, this is Steve Shank with an urgent update from eFoods Direct. Folks, we're all fighting huge food price increases. eFoods Direct has been doing all we can this year to help you get food before the perfect storm of exploding food prices from the 2011 harvest. During September, eFoods is giving you free shipping on your food supply orders. But you have to understand, we're entering the eye of the food cost storm. Ethanol is boosting gas prices and driving corn costs so high our wheat for bread